Hello, everybody. My name's James. Welcome to a very special Planet FPL podcast. You think the season's done? It's not. We're getting ready for game week 39. Let me introduce you to Benny Blanco. How are you, Benny?
How are you, James? You all right? I'm good.
Good, man. Yeah, not too bad. Before we get into game week 39, who are you? Why are you here? And are you really a comedian?
You know, you stitched me up there, didn't you? Good style.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Thanks for that. I'm Randy Shafter.
See, you're a comedian.
What do you want to know, James? You've met me. I feel like you already know me.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I absolutely do. But most people won't. And certainly people not on Twitter, but I would think would be fair to say, don't know you. What's your history within the community, your FPL history? How do we know each other?
Don't start with the FPL history. Mine's bad as Suj's, probably.
That's bad.
I don't miss deadlines, so I haven't even got that as an excuse. So, yeah, I kind of started my Twitter account around the time of the pandemic, and one lad at work kept continually winning the mini leagues, and that was just, I thought I need to find something. Went onto YouTube, saw the Scoutcast, saw your infamous Chips Planet FPL episode, and then I thought I need to follow a few of these people on Twitter, so started an account, and then started seeing all the funny accounts as well, like Hindu Monkey. Don't actually cut that bit. I don't want Hindu Monkey to think he's funny. Saw Elf, Prop Joe, Partridge, all those people, and I was like, oh, I like this. It's, you know, there's some funny, creative people in this world. So started just trying to engage with those people and told a few jokes, and yeah, that's it. And then FPL wise, I did start to improve, weirdly, following all you lot, and took the crown of the work mini league champion, which I've won again yesterday.
Good man, congrats.
But yeah, all good.
Is it fair to say you're a banter account?
Yeah, all day long.
Basically, if you get a tweet from Benny, it's probably a piss take, isn't it?
Yeah, because I'm not, like, to be honest with you, I had a good season this year, and it feels wrong. Like, I feel like it's probably better for me to be just, you know, it all going wrong. Like,
where'd you finish?
10,219.
Nice. Oh, so not top 10K.
I've reported about 300 accounts, so for
I saw you tweet that. Yeah. Guess what? One of them ain't mine.
I'm waiting around just to see if something happens, but no, just outside top 10K. But I mean, I've never finished anywhere near that. And previously, I think the best I finished is like 35K, and that was last season. And then before that, forget about it. It's like 1 millionth, and you know. So yeah.
Oh, congrats! That's great, mate. So you're here to discuss game week 39. We're going to discuss a little bit more about what it's all about. But these ideas that take off start somewhere. They start with a tweet, or someone had an idea, or something like Champman FPL started off a tweet, an anonymous tweet from a small account. Someone saw it, bang, we've got a game for everybody during that COVID period and stuff. How did the idea of game week 39 come around? How did it start?
It started with a tweet from Ash, FPL Hints. Most people know him for all his spaces that he's on, 20 hours a day with Rubber Ducky constantly. I don't know if these guys work or not, but yeah, he sent a tweet out round when Soccer Aid was on, and he just put something like, wouldn't it be great if we could have a FPL Twitter version of Soccer Aid? And I think me and Ash had only just started following each other, and I just wrote a little comment underneath and said, I'd help you organise this. And then we just started messaging each other with a bit of an idea, just to see, you know, throw a few little things around. And yeah, it started to gather a bit of momentum. We were keen sort of from the start to want to take it outside of London, because there's so many meetups and events generally held there, because there's you southern bastards monopolising all the fun. So yeah, we thought we wanted to do something where we take it on the road a little bit, and then we started having this little idea. I don't remember where it came from, but me being from the north, him being from the south, we said, why don't we do it in the middle of the country? And Birmingham just happens to be in the middle of the country, not the most glamorous of cities, but
I'll remind the locals of that when you're there on Saturday night, Ben.
They won't understand me. It's all right. Geographically, it was perfect though. So we thought neutral sort of battleground, put it in the middle of the country, and then I just started before we were like serious about it. I think I sent 50 odd messages just to well-known content creators, including yourself and loads of other people who were involved, and pretty much 90% of people were keen, and you know, obviously they couldn't commit at that stage because it was a while ago, but it seemed that we had the backing of, you know, a lot of the sort of big accounts in the community, and went back to Ash and said, "That's should we give it a go?" And yeah, it's just grown from there really, and yeah, it's got a bit of momentum behind it.
It's going back probably about a year ago. I want to say nearly. You probably first messaged me about it.
Probably September time last
Yeah.
year when we first started talking about it, and then I think quite early on we hired the stadium. We picked that before we'd done anything else, so we'd already, you know, paid a deposit and started just trying to piece together what else we could do with the game, and sort of nailing down the squads for both teams. Quite easy to get the South one because there were so many people from London. It was much more difficult. Hence the reason we've got a few people from.
Well, I'm glad you brought it up because already, you know, if you win, the win is null and void because you've got some players from the South, mate.
Yeah, there's some bitter people like Plonker and us who keep banging that drum. That's fair enough. Don't worry.
So who are your ineligible South players? Just so we know.
Well, technically, Pig is from Holland, so that's quite a, you know,
That's definitely South, mate. Yeah,
quite loosening of the rules. I'd say that one. We've got Pig. We've got FPL Salah Abdul. He's from Scotland.
that's all right. That's North.
It's North, yeah, but it's not, you know, England, is it?
That's all right. I can live with that. That's fine. That's cool.
Paddy from Ireland, FPL Viking.
Yeah, I'll go with that. That's all right. I can live with that.
Corf, Wales.
Yeah, I don't mind that either. That's all right.
Yeah. So we've got a couple of dodgy ones. Would be Gianni, who couldn't be more southern, really. He's actually lives though north of where the stadium was, and that's how we worked the cut-off. It was like anyone north of where the stadium is going to be classed as the north, and anyone south. So technically, he lives in the north, and that's kind of how we done it. But the south was full at that point, so that's why Gianni sneaked into our team. Hindu Monkey is actually from Bath. He's never had a bath, but he's from Bath. But he tells
That's
me
not really either, is it?
No, he tells me
about it.
He tells me that he was born in New Zealand. So again, he's lived in Sheffield for 20 odd years. So I think
you've got Dutch, Italian, New Zealand. I mean, there's a lot of South going on here, mate.
A little bit. Like,
in fact, to be honest, it's more like South versus the League of Nations. This, isn't it? You've got Ireland, Wales as well.
Yeah, it's basically South versus fuck the South. That's kind of how we've like treated it. We're quite an inclusive bunch in the North. You know, we're like anti-Brexit. We welcome everybody, and the South are obviously just Tory scum. That's how, you know.
Hold on. That's the bit that might be getting cut. I don't trust no one, mate.
yeah. Maybe take that out, James.
So how did it fall into the actual game week 39? Was that quite early on? You went, actually, let's have a game week 39. Yeah. Obviously, it's been long threatened in terms of the Premier League, the idea of a 39th game and stuff. Hopefully that will never return. How early on in the process did you think, oh my God, game week 39 straight after the season?
Again, I don't know. I'd have to go back and have a look at our first messages. Definitely me and Ash were just sharing ideas, and one of us must have said, why don't we do it the weekend directly after the end of the season? We can call it game week 39. As soon as we thought that, we were like, oh, that's brilliant, just perfect. And then we thought of the Champions League finals on that night as well, which, you know, we thought, which has become, it's a good thing, but it's also become problematic because with the English teams being so good, it's probably had an impact on availability for some players and some people who maybe wanted to go and watch, but now going to go and watch the Champions League final for Liverpool. I think Johnny Pringle made himself available as soon as City went out, literally 2 minutes after he said, I'm available. Yeah, we just stumbled upon that game week 39 idea, and we loved it then, and we thought that's what we're going to call it, game week 39 North East South. And yeah, it's an ideal sort of time of the season. Obviously everyone's finished FPL. They're always everyone's always a little bit like, oh, what do we do now? I think I've seen about 15 people tweet that today. And it just, it's a chance for everyone to meet up at the end of the season, chat about whatever they want, hopefully not FPL, and have a few drinks together. So just another event.
People will. Oh, Benny, we'll price Haaland next year. What do you think? Yeah. No. Let's play football and watch some football. Yeah, I'm in complete agreement with you, mate. The charity, Street Child United. How did that come about as the chosen charity?
Yeah, we were keen to do sort of involve. We wanted to do it solely for charity. We didn't want to make any money profit at all. We were keen that it's got to be, as free as much of the event to be free for everyone involved, and just a donation to charity. That's why we made the tickets £5, and it's literally straight to the Street Child United webpage. You just go. They built a page specifically for the event. And the £5 ticket is a £5 donation. That's all it is. So we're making nothing off this. If anything, we've lost, a bit of money. I'll point out that all the players as well have paid £30 a person just to be involved, and that's contributed to a lot of our costs. So
that's not specifically true, because I've paid 60.
I'm good lad. I love it.
I think Suj for money, be waiting a while, I'm telling
you. A few people have paid £30 minimum. A lot of people have paid a lot more than that. And we've taken all our costs out of that, and everything else has gone to charity. So we were keen to get some sort of charity that was football related. And Gianni works for Street Child United. And he suggested it. He said, this is what we're doing. It's a charity that looks after street connected children around the world, kids living on the street and working on the street, and just to give them an opportunity to, bit of safeguarding and put them on a better platform to improve their lives. And they do something called the Street Child United World Cup, where they actually take these kids in teams from around the world to play in, they're playing in Qatar this year, and to kit them all up, and a proper organised tournament. And so it's a brilliant charity. They're doing a lot of work behind the scenes, and because Gianni's involved, it just seemed like a great fit, really.
Yeah, absolutely. It feels good. Obviously, Benny's playing for, probably should go up. Benny's playing for the North team. I'm playing for the South team. If David Mundy selects me, good afternoon, David. Hope you're well, mate. It feels like there's a little bit of a rivalry going on. It's become quite intense, and I don't think anyone's forgotten why we're doing it, but it is why we're doing it, isn't it? And it's nice to think that actually coming out of this, again, something we've done together as a community, non-profitable, is actually going to benefit kids who need it most. Like that's incredible, isn't it? So yeah, great choice on the charity. And I think, to be fair, quite a small charity, is it fair to say as well, Benny?
Yeah. I'd never really heard of it before the event, and me and Ash started talking. Gianni suggested it. He said, like, listen, I'm not trying to railroad my ideas. I work at this charity. This is what it does. If you feel like you want to go along with us, then great. I think I'll be out. And they've been brilliant, to be honest with you. Like I say, they built the website. They've handled all the money. They've done a lot of promotion work for it themselves, and it's been a lovely fit, to be honest with you. It really has.
So if people want to donate, where's the best place to go? Like, we'll have links in the bio for the video and the audio of this as well.
If you go to my page, I think my handle's on the screen there, and there's a Gameweek39 account, which just see what it's called.
So the benefit of the audio listeners, Benny's Twitter handle is at Benny BENNY _Blanco BLANCO 40. The 40 stands for, what is that, waistline, or what is it, mate?
That's me best rank in Sky, 40.
Good answer. Benny said he is, because it was his age when he started it. The thing is, he don't look a day over 30.
You've seen me in real life. This is just Photoshop. There's the Gameweek39 account that we've got for it, dedicated Twitter accounts at GW39 FPL, and there's links direct to the website there where you can donate. You can buy tickets there. Tickets are still on sale until Wednesday, and there's an option to put a non-ticket donation in as well. So I think we've raised, last check was maybe about nearly £1,800 in non-ticket donation. So yeah, getting quite a bit in now, and yeah, we've sold quite a few tickets, and there's still a few available. So yeah, if you're interested,
What's the story with that? 'Cause you can't. Am I right in saying you can't just turn up on the day? Is that correct?
I think Ash is, yeah, was quite keen to do that, because what we worried about is potentially a surge of people turning up on the day, and we're not prepared for it, and you know, we haven't got like a stewarding system or anything like that. So we kind of want to know what our numbers are going to be a couple of days beforehand, and you know, we know where we're at really. So yeah, I think we're cutting off ticket sales on after Wednesday. I think Wednesday is the last day that people can get hold of some.
And as you said, people can just donate. Obviously, if they're not coming, if people just want to donate, they can. They don't have to buy a ticket to donate, basically.
To be honest with you, the community's been massively generous. No matter how much people have thrown in, it's been brilliant. People from all around the world have donated, and they're keen to be involved in it. And yeah, we're you know, we've been massively shocked and, you know, grateful for the generosity of everyone involved in it. Like, so yeah, massive thanks to anyone who already has donated or plans to.
What's the stadium?
It's Castle Vale Stadium. It's about 15 minutes outside of Birmingham city centre. It's like a 3G pitch with a bit of a stand to the right, I think.
East.
Yeah.
To the right.
Yeah, to the right as I look at it.
How did that get chosen, or was it like that's available? Let's get it booked, or?
Yeah, Ash sorted that. I think he knows Birmingham quite well. I think he's got some family there, and he was actually visiting Birmingham around the time that we started talking about it. And we actually did look at Villa Park, and
No.
Yeah, we did, yeah. And we looked at, you know, Birmingham's ground, and we were thinking you can hire it. It's just cost a little bit more than what we've paid at this current place. And yeah, that was available. It seemed, you know, it was close enough to the city. It's got a load of parking there. I think you can get maybe a couple of thousand people in there as well. So we didn't know how it was going to, you know, we had all these grand ideas that we'll stick it on Twitter and we'll sell out after 10 days and we'll have 2,000 spectators there. That didn't quite happen. But yeah, it's a good location. It's a 3G pitch, which you don't know what the weather's going to be like as well. So, you know, it's kind of a sensible decision to do it there.
If it's been some of the weekend days recently, it's going to be quite tough. It's going to be hot, isn't it? And I don't think it's going to be the fittest 22 people on show, is it?
21 degrees in the sun, so it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be tough, especially when speaking to a lot of the lads from both teams. Some players have either not ever played 11-a-side football or haven't played for like 10, 15 years. So there's going to be a bit of a rude awakening for some people. I think there's maybe 4 or 5 players who regularly play 11-a-side on both teams. So they know what's coming, but the others probably don't.
Yeah. What's actually happening on the day? What time's kick off? What happens before and afterwards on the day?
Yeah, I think the gates open about 1:15, I think, and we're kicking off at 2 o'clock. Wanted to give us enough time to get back to the city, and we've got an after party venue booked, a pub in the city, so we can all watch the Champions League together and have a few drinks. So yeah, we're going to kick off at 2 o'clock. Yeah, I mean, it's roll. The only difference between football as we know it, it's going to be roll on, roll off subs because we fucking need it, you know. And
I think Benny with we is specifically talking about me and him as well, by the way.
Definitely, I'm too old. But yeah, if it's a draw, it'll go to penalties, straight penalties.
We're not doing extra time now.
No chance. No injury time. It's just one of them. So I think it's just going to be a case of penalties, and then we'll have a quick trophy ceremony at the end for the winning team. We've got some medals to hand out to players, and then yeah, back to Birmingham for a few drinks.
People can't just turn up to the drinks afterwards, can they?
Potentially. What I've done initially is I've just held it open for all the players and all the spectators who are coming, because we've got a capacity of 150 that we can get into this venue, and we're round about that now. Obviously, on the day, if you know we've got less spectators there, I might put something on Twitter to say, "Listen, you're more than welcome."
This is where we are.
Yeah, but I'm
sure someone's going to ruin it anyway.
Probably people.
You've got 150. I'm here, so inevitable, isn't it?
And you know what? We've only got a space hired in the pub. It's a big pub. So if people do want to come down on the day,
They can.
No great shakes really, but we want it is a meetup, but the main aim is to try and drive people to come to the actual match and contribute towards the charity. That's our main focus. The pub's just a piss up afterwards with everyone involved.
There's obviously a lot of cost. I mean, you said that you've lost out on a bit of money, obviously, doing this. There's a lot of costs involved in terms of certain things people might not think about. Like, obviously, the stadium's an obvious one, but we've got a proper ref and stuff, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got, again...
It's not Randy Shafter, is it? Or
fucking hell, I hope not. Because I'm not getting any decision, am I, if it's him? Do you know what? I've tried all along. We've tried to use every single thing that we've done. We've tried to use people in the community. So Doodles has come up with the logo.
Yeah.
Yourselves and you and Suj have kindly donated the football kits for both teams, and you're recording the game, which will go on YouTube afterwards. I don't know whether you're going to mention that later, but
fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
I don't want to promise it.
Just in case. And maybe people don't want to watch it. We definitely don't want to watch it back, do we? But
depends what score it is, mate.
That's true, yeah. Good point.
I mean, if you win like 10-0, you think it's going on our YouTube channel. It's not, mate. It ain't going on anyone's channel.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, and all along we've used members of the community. Like we've got a commentary team. Hopefully, it's going to be Mode and Richie, and we've had people from top to bottom have been in the community. So I did pull out to try and get ref and linesmen from the community, but I couldn't get anyone who was available on those dates. So yeah, we've actually paid for match officials to come down, and they're not going to have a clue what's going on really. So we're going to have to brief them beforehand.
So just to clarify, you are confirming now 4 days ahead of the game that you've paid the ref?
Yes, me and Ash.
Oh, okay. Not you. It's not just a North thing. It's North.
There's no backhanders, James. That's what you're suggesting.
Just to clarify, VAR.
Well, that's Rich and Mode, so it's probably going to be more accurate than the real VAR.
Possibly.
Yeah. Going back to the bung, James, we've already cheated enough, so there's no backhanders to ref.
Yes, with these ineligible players, of course. And I am quite tempted to rename it the League of Nations versus the South of England. I think arguably is.
Yeah.
Are you all right with that?
If you want, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I might bill it that way. So we have also got a fantasy game. How's this come about? I can put myself in a fantasy football team. What's going on? This is bizarre.
I think it's the best part of it, to be honest with you. We just had the idea. I don't even know where it came from, where it spawned from. We thought the Champman guys, they might be able to help us with this, people within the community. So I got in touch with Sean. I'm trying to remember his handle. I think is it Ragabolly. Hold on, because you need to shout out.
Ragabolly, shout out.
Hold on.
Ragabolly's live FPL net, no?
Oh yeah, he is, of course.
That one that everyone obsesses over night and day. What's my rank? What's my rank? What's my rank?
Yeah, let me try and find it. Well, anyway, I'll come back to it in a bit. Maybe you can cut that out, James, and I'll put it in.
Nah, everything's live. You haven't got time to edit shit, no, mate.
Fair enough. He's. I got in contact with him, and I was just like, listen, I know you run the Champman game and the Gaffer Championship game. What's the chances that you could create a fantasy version of what we're doing? And he was just like, give us names and I'll have it sorted tomorrow. It was like that quick.
Oh wow.
It was unbelievable. And yeah, he even matched the kits that we're wearing.
Kits, yeah.
And he just said, come up with the pricing. So it was myself and Hindu Monkey that came up with the prices for all players. And yeah, it's there. It's exactly like FPL, or more like the Championship Gaffer game. I think they've got like a vice captain that scores 1.5.
Yeah, and you've got an emergency captain as well, which you may well need.
Yeah. And
that's if your captain and vice captain both don't turn up as the emergency captain. Yeah.
So you've got to have 8 from one team and 7
from another.
But yeah, it's brilliant. I think we've got touching 1,000 people registered for that game. That game's totally free as well. Just a bit of fun on the day. And we've got actual adjudicators who are going to keep an eye on the fantasy game and make sure that...
Yeah, because if we're doing rolling subs here, I'm feeling like stuff can go wrong here with the times of minutes people have played and stuff like that. I mean, Suj is a 1.0, by the way, guys. I'll just tell you that now.
I mean, James, I put it in probably, I was going to say the capable hands, but it's the incapable hands of Flapjack and Elf, who will probably be pissed after 15 minutes. So they're in charge of the fantasy game and keeping tabs on the score. So it could be quite interesting.
So, okay. Benny Blanco, 10 million midfielder. So, I mean, you give yourself that price, have you? Rate yourself, do you?
I know where I'm playing. That's all I'm going to say.
You know where you're playing.
Well, I'm the manager. I'm taking penalties. I'm on everything, James. Throw-ins, goal kicks, corners, free kicks, penalties, out of position, striker. It's my ball. If we don't win, game's postponed.
I don't actually believe you at all. I feel like the way you're saying that, you're probably injured and going to be a sub.
Can neither confirm nor deny, James.
Ain't giving anything away, are you? So you're 10 million, I'm 5 million. How does that work?
Because you said you're a defensive midfielder.
I mean, yeah, but I might have been lying.
Yeah, you said that you're like Makaleli, but shitter or something. I can't remember what you said. And I saw how pissed you were last night, and that's going to be in your system still, isn't it? So I think 5 million might be overpriced, actually.
It definitely is. I told everyone at 4.5, but who decided on 5 million? I mean, how did you price me up at 5 and Suj at 4.5? I mean, whose decision was that?
There's no way Suj can play footy.
Do you know what? He can kick the ball, mate.
Can he? All right.
Yeah.
I'll let you off then.
He's going to be in everyone's team because he's 4.5.
Yeah. Well, everyone, I mean, Ash was, I don't know whether you noticed, like he's stipulated that he wanted to be a 4 million player. That was the only thing.
Right. Okay.
And that's why he's the cheapest in the game. I just want to shout out Sean Comiskey, it is. And he's the guy from Gaffer. And it's ragtime_Willie. See, that's why I was a bit confused there. But he's been brilliant. He's actually based in Brisbane. And I think he's from, I want to say he's from Ireland, I think. But he's based in Brisbane. And he was the one who sorted that whole game out dead quick for us. And with all the South lads that keep dropping out all the time, you have to keep bringing ringers in. He's been my go-to to red flag people all the time. So you've given him a lot of work, you South boys.
Well, I mean, you say ringers and stuff. I heard a rumor that your goalkeeper's a former pro.
No, I think he plays for England vets over 50s. He's the first player that's getting stretchered onto the pitch, James. He is 50. He's got. He keeps joking that there's a bell in the ball.
Yeah, but we've got Sham in goal. He's 5'4".
Good in 5-a-side goals, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he looks great. Yeah.
No, so I mean, it is a complete lottery. The game, we don't know. Like I've seen 9 of our players play when we went to St George's Park for our little training session. I haven't seen the other 9 play. And you've had what, 2 or 3 training sessions?
We've had a couple. Yeah, we've had 2.
So it's got to be Advantage South, hasn't it?
But I haven't seen everyone in our squad either. So, and I've been to both of them. We've not seen everyone either. How did this St George's Park Day come about?
JJ, who's one of our late arrivals for, I think we had a gap in our team. I think
he's. I know JJ. He's Villa, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's good lad.
Where that ain't North either, is it?
North of where he lives, and he's from north of the stadium, James. That was in the rules. It's written down on a post-it note.
Absolutely liberty, mate.
In my house. Yeah, so he's like the Midlands lads were hard. If you lived under, below the stadium, you'd be in the South team. But anyway, yeah, he's a northerner, proper northerner, and he's got a friend who works at St George's Park. So we mentioned it. He said, do you want me to just ask him if there's any chance? So he did. This guy's not like one of the decision makers. He works for sort of England and the community. And he said, I'll see what I can do. And we had a bit of a Zoom talk, and I brought Gianni with me from Street Child to kind of talk about that side of things. And yeah, they came back and said, you're doing some great work there, and links into what we're trying to do in England. They've got, some coaching programs, and they're trying to like involve and more members of society, girls teams and kids and grassroots stuff. They just like the idea that, of what we were doing and said that we could have it for free. So we had 2 hours there.
Nice.
They took us around the England first team dressing room, the little pool area where Saka was on the floating unicorn, and
Oh yeah.
we went all around there. We saw the Bobby Charlton pitch, which is obviously where England train, and then we had 2 hours on a 3G pitch and a proper training session. So it was great. I mean, we could be more grateful for the contacts. Tim Bamber is the lad from England who sorted it for us, so we're grateful to him and everyone at England and St George's Park for giving us that opportunity. If nothing else, even if we get beat against the South lads, we had a great experience on that day, to be honest with you, which we'll always remember that.
Meanwhile, we hired a pitch in Waterloo and trained at Haggerston Secondary School. I mean, we're disadvantaged here, surely.
You've had a 9-a-side game against FPL Meets.
I must shout out, I mean, it's too many guys to mention, but massive shout out to the guys from FPL Meets who come and give us a very competitive game a couple of Saturdays ago, thoroughly enjoyable. But yeah, as I said, I haven't seen everyone in our squad yet. There's a couple of players I've got no idea of their ability. What can you tell us about the squad? I know you're not going to tell me the team or anything like that, but what can you tell us about the squad? Who's in it, for example, from the north? Don't forget anyone. I'm going to be right vexed if you forget someone.
I'll go through the names in a bit, but I can tell you that they've been working very, very hard on improving their memes. That's about it, really.
Okay.
I mean, the standard of memes gone up since we started the group chat. I don't know if the level of fitness has, but the quality of meme is excellent. So that's something that we can all take away with us. But no, seriously, the lads are really up for it, the North team, and I'm pretty sure the South are the same. We've got like a really good spirit. We have a great laugh in the group chat, and we've got some high profile names in. So we've got Ben Crellin is playing and is
never heard of him.
He messes about with fixtures and stuff, I think.
Is it true to say, Benny? I mean, listen, we all love Ben. I'm really looking forward to meeting him. Obviously, me and him will probably spend the night talking about strategy around the World Cup, I should imagine. But is it one of the highlights of your life was when he followed you?
Yeah, me and Ben had like a little bit of a to and fro on Twitter for a while. He unfollowed me at one point. He followed me.
I know you were crying about it,
and I tweeted about it, and then I think he proper burnt me by saying, "I'll follow you again when you tell a funny joke or something," and it got like 1 million likes, like he does when he. So and then in the end, he come back to me, and we've had a beautiful relationship since. So yeah, when I messaged Ben, I was like not expecting him to even reply, to be honest with you. But yeah, he was keen straight away. We've got Ben Dinnery. He's
injury ledge. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't post much in the group chat.
Ben supports Newcastle, doesn't he? He's proper up north. I love that one. Yeah.
And he was like, he doesn't post hardly anything in the group chat, but every now and then, just randomly, at like 3 in the morning and stuff, no one's even talking, he'll just put "fuck the South." It's just quite random. So yeah,
I thought you were going to say he's going to drop some team news updates or something.
No.
Injury status.
Well, he has been putting some injury.
I've seen.
And he will be doing it this week, because we'll have our final roundup of people who are yellow flagged, orange flagged, and stuff. So Ben will be doing that for us. FPL Salah, Abdul, obviously, Gianni, Hindu Monkey, Corf, Sam Martin, Clarkey.
Sam Martin. Hang on, Sam Martin's Leicester, right? We know Sam's good for a league, right? Leicester's south of Birmingham as well.
When you say good for a league, did you see his Chelsea one? Fucking stitched up half the community.
What I should say is good for a Leicester league.
Good for a Leicester league, not for a Chelsea one. And what was quite satisfying to us is that Plonker took Suj James out for a -4 on the basis of Sam Martin's tweet. Wow. So that's already North 1, South 0. We're made up with that. Yeah, Sam's north. Leicester's north of Birmingham.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I could get a map out. I'm not happy about that.
Get your map out.
I think that's dodgy, that.
I'll let you do an apology correction later.
I'm sure you get on the motorway going from London, Leicester's before Birmingham.
You don't go north of Birmingham anyway, do you? Let's be honest.
I get the train everywhere. It don't make no difference to me, mate.
Who else? Corf. Good-looking Welsh bastard. Can't understand the word he says, like, but he's a good lad. Ed from Fest. Pig, obviously coming over from Holland. Paddy, FPL Viking, swimming over probably. Yeah, that's pretty much our team, and we've got backroom staff with Chef, Clarkey, the captain, obviously Clarkey, good Leeds lad, solid Leeds lad. So yeah, we've got a great side.
Dan Cox available? He's not flagged or anything.
Dan Cox, sadly, this is a bit of a spoiler. Can't make it now.
You've given that out before Ben Dinnery now, haven't you?
Yeah, he's let us down. Let us down that bit. He's in the bad books. The only way he can make it up to me is run my Sky team next season. But I think I'm better than him now at Sky.
Yeah, to be honest, I agree with you there, actually, Benny. To be honest, yeah.
He's dropped off good style, like, hasn't he?
What can you tell us about the South team? You obviously don't know how good any of us are.
I know the players because I picked them all.
Yeah, I mean that's dodgy in itself, isn't it?
Well, do you know what? At first, I messaged all of these people without knowing where everyone was from. Obviously, I had an idea where some people were from, but I don't know. I was just like, "Where are you from? Where do you live?" And it was, "Oh, right, you can go to the south, you can go north," and it was as random as that. I genuinely didn't know, and it was more at first just to get a feel of who was available, who was interested. But I mean, you've got the best player who's taught Kyle Walker-Peters everything he knows. Harry Winks cleaned his boots. FPL Raptor. He's the best footballer in the FPL community. In fact, not only the FPL community, in all of Twitter. And then obviously he's making out that he's got a slight bruise to his leg.
He's yellow flagged, mate.
He is yellow flagged. He's running scared though. He hasn't. He's 14.5 million, and I think that pressure is just got to him now. So he assures me he's going to come on for a cameo, and I think 5 minutes of someone with the quality that he's told us he's got, he should be able to score at least.
So have you seen him play?
I've seen the videos that he's posted. He looks great, keeping the ball with no one around him. But anyone can do that, can't they?
No. Did you see the video of Suj doing that? Oh, that was right off putting, mate.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but you've got your team. You've got like Raptor, as.
Ross on a serious on Ross, like obviously I hope he makes it, and he genuinely obviously he can play. I don't know if he's going to make it or not, honestly.
Yeah, and I'm joking as well. Obviously, I'd love Raptor to play. He's been great, and he's a real good lad. I've met Raptor before, and it's a shame when he told me about his injury. I've messaged him quite regularly over the last few weeks, just hoping and praying that he's going to be fit, because we want everyone who has been on this journey with us to play, all banter aside. And there has been a lot of banter, and hopefully it's been taken in the spirit that it's meant, because all the North lads love the South lads, and I'm sure it's going to be hugs and handshakes back at the pub afterwards, no matter what the score. There'll be a few feisty challenges in the game, I'm sure.
To be honest, I think there's going to be a few red cards. I don't think this referee knows what he's in for. Some stuff. I'm coming to play football, not fight anyone.
No, and you've got the likes of Iceman, David Mundy, Plonker, Boona. Who else from your team that you've got? Praz. Yeah, I mean, there's loads of brilliant accounts who, different types of accounts as well. Got serious content creators alongside absolute wind-up merchants like Boona. So
and you.
And me, yeah. I mean, that was one of the things that we wanted to do, Ash and I. We wanted to kind of pick people from different parts of the community, absolute shit posters alongside, in the nose, Ben Dinnery, Ben Crellin, content.
Yeah, I mean, you actually really have got a mix of everything there. Spreadsheet, injury expert, podcasters, YouTubers, writers. You've got everything in there, haven't you?
Yeah, and if we do it again, which depends on the success of this one, we want to see if there's other ways that we can get other people involved in the community to play even. And it's hard to do, and I know people do want to play and do want to be part of it, but there's only room for 22 players on the pitch and a few subs. So we just hope people support us by actually coming or playing a game or making a donation, and that's the main thing. Like I say, loads of people from the community have helped us out, like Doodles. He's done the logo, and a few of the, you've seen the little caricatures that he's done. He's been brilliant.
Yeah, I'm the only bald bastard. So what's going on?
Merch, who's playing for the South, he's donated a trophy. You and Suj, obviously, with the kits. Sean, with the gaffer game. Rockstar's going to leak the team news a little bit early. I mean, the list goes on. All the people that have been involved, and we couldn't. Me and Ash have organised it, but the work's been done by everyone in the community, and the event is for everyone in the community, with the aim of raising as much money as we can for charity, and then we go and get pissed afterwards. I think it's got the makings of a great day.
Yeah, thoroughly looking forward to it. Who's your captain for the game, Benny? You captain yourself?
I mean, when do you ever get an opportunity to play a fantasy game and captain yourself?
I ain't captain myself. I ain't stupid.
James, you've got to.
What?
You've got it. You've got to. Yeah, how can you not?
Because I've seen some of the quality in our team, mate, and I think there's better captaincy options than me.
Fair dues. No, I'm going to captain me because that's an opportunity that I can't pass up, and I think it will be on people's minds when we're playing. You know, you want to contribute some points to your team, don't you, as well as winning the game. So
I'd not even considered that for a second, to be honest. But I suppose for some, you probably there will be an I would have seen myself on a double point haul at the end of it, or say probably, yeah.
You know, you want to win the game, 3 bonus points, you know, a couple of goals and an assist.
How are bonus points going to be decided?
By the VAR team, which is Mode and Richie. They are the 2 commentators for the game, and I've given them the responsibility of picking man of the match for the day. He'll get 3 bonus points, and then he'll pick player who gets 2 bonus and the player that gets 1. So they've got that honour.
Yeah, I should cover actually the scoring system in Gaffers slightly different to FPL. Is it under Gaffer rules or FPL? Do you know?
Gaffer.
It's under Gaffer rules. So, for example, like you get half clean sheets. So if it's 0-0 at half time, everyone gets 2 points.
It's not going to be 0-0 at half time. We don't even have to.
Can I be honest with you? I think anybody who's going 5 at the back in this one needs their head examined.
I think, yeah. I mean, this is the tricky thing about the game. You know, we've got with the roll-on, roll-off subs, it's going to be quite hard for Flapjack and Elf, who are going to be half cut anyway, trying to work out when goals get conceded and stuff. But Elf assures me that he's got some magic spreadsheet that's going to work all this out. I don't know whether I believe him, but yeah, he's going to do that. And
what about controversial assists?
Well, that's why I've got 2 sets of eyes. Elf has actually been part of the backroom staff for the North, and Flapjack's part of the South. So there's a bit of a, you know, they're together and they can come up with what they think's right. And Mode and Richie will have final say in the commentary team. So I think that's a good little system. Yeah, but I think the scoring's pretty similar to FPL, but you get a vice captain who scores 1.5.
1.5, yeah.
So yeah, a couple of.
I think the only real scoring difference to FPL is probably no one's keeping a clean sheet. I find that impossible to believe, to be honest. Yeah, so you don't need to worry about it. That's the only real difference. One is the defensive points, really. There's
going to be a lot of defenders on minus points probably when the score's 8-7 or something ridiculous. So.
Do we think it will be like that? The instinct in me is it will be something like 5-4 or something like that. Is my instinct.
I think that. I don't think it's going to be 10-1 or, you know, something ridiculous. I don't think it's going to be a whitewash. I think the game's going to be very close. I think there's enough good players on both teams and a lot of players who, you know, who are going to be weaker or they're just unknown quantities that we don't know till the day. But I think as tired legs kick in on a hot sunny day, lads haven't played 90 minutes of footy before on a big pitch. It's, you know, it's going to get a bit loose and sloppy towards the end, and goals will fly in probably. So yeah, I mean, the more goals, the better, really.
Is this why you're playing 3-4-3?
Formation wise,
yeah.
I
don't mean your FPL team. I mean the North are playing 3-4-3, aren't they?
I can't reveal that, James. You know that.
It's all right, mate. I've already got someone reading your body language who's going to tell us, mate.
Right, yeah, no problem. I'll just change that. Tell me, Dan Loco Lord's my assistant manager, so obviously we'll have a.
Is Dan still coming?
He's coming, yeah.
Brilliant, because obviously Dan's our Liverpool correspondent. Obviously they've got the big game obviously afterwards as well. I didn't know if it was going to put him off coming.
Yeah, he was trying to get out to Paris, and I think it was costing him. I think he was going to have to remortgage his house and fly in from Portugal or something. It was like it wasn't feasible. So yeah, thankfully we got Dan on board as the assistant manager. So yeah, it's going to be. It's like I can't see it not being a great day. It's going to be fun back at the pub afterwards. After, you know, us all talking about the game and who was value for money and all that. I think it's going to be a great laugh.
Really looking forward to it. Thank you so much for your time, Benny, and thank you to obviously yourself and to Ash and everybody who's contributed towards obviously helping make this happen on Saturday. Really looking forward to it. As I said earlier, obviously links to be able to donate, or you can still buy tickets up to, you said, end of Wednesday, I think, Benny. Obviously the links for that will all be in the bio, both on YouTube and the audio links as well. Benny, just give the people a reminder where they can follow you and the account, the Gameweek39 account on Twitter as well, mate.
Yeah, I'm at Benny_Blanco40, and there's at GW39 FPL is the Gameweek39 account, and all the links and stuff to the site to buy tickets and make donations are all there, and to actually register the team for the Gaffer, the fantasy game version of Gameweek39 as well. So yeah, thanks to you and Suj in particular, James, for obviously supporting the event in the way that you have with the kits and recording of the game, and even this podcast today. And there's too many people that I can thank out there, and I think I've put one tweet out already, but I will go through everyone when I get a chance to. But yeah, thanks to everyone who's donated and everyone who's been part of it so far.
You're very welcome, mate. Very much look forward to seeing you Saturday. In terms of the filming the game, Manchild's going to be in Birmingham is the plan, and if he is, the plan is to film the game and hopefully put it back on our YouTube channel. It won't be live, no chance. We logistically can't make it work, but the idea hopefully is to show the game back on our channel next week. But I don't want to promise it in case the tech goes wrong on the day. We have never done anything like that before, so but we give it our best shot.
Yeah, we can't live stream it anyway, I think, for insurance reasons. For
is that right as well?
Yeah, we can't do that. But yeah, if we can make it work for people, particularly for people who are abroad and have shown an interest, because there's a lot of people in America and India and Scandinavia who've all messaged me, really interested in watching. So if we can have that for them, that'd be great.
It's who's running the Gameweek39 account, or is that a secret?
It's me.
It is you.
That is me, yeah.
So is someone going to be tweeting from that account, like goal and assist and on the day? And
yeah, a bit like Champman.
Nice.
That'll be Elf and Flapjack will take that account for the day. They'll put the team sheets on and on deadline, just the same as they would for FPL. Like I say, Rockstar will tweet out a few little leaks beforehand, a few minutes before, and then they'll post like a little, any goals and assists as they go in, and any little funny moments in the game. I've given them full creative control of that account. So yeah, it should be fun. Even if you can't be there, if you register a team on Gaffer and just follow the tweets, I think you'll have a good few hours.
Brilliant. Looking forward to it, mate. I'll see you Saturday afternoon, pal. Sky Fantasy Football tomorrow. Suj is back. No, he didn't win the Manager of the Month, but he was pretty close, actually, in fairness. We'll be wrapping up our Sky Fantasy Football coverage tomorrow on that podcast. So just leave me to say thanks again, and to Benny. Good luck to everybody who's involved with the event on Saturday. Cue music, please, man child.